again, Norway won again, and Haaland scored again 42 goals in 43 games for Norway. That guy has been scoring goals everywhere, but he needs to qualify for the World Cup for Norway. I need to see him in the World Cup next year. Very, very important. And about transfer news, we have news coming from Chelsea, news coming from Manchester City, Arsenal, and Manchester United. We are going to talk about transfers majorly today, but first we're going to talk about international football. Then we'll move over quickly to transfer. We also have a whole lot of transfer news to give to you. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Vote Sports on Vote 104.3 FM. My name is Gobin. I'm here with the team to talk about the international football and transfer news. Good morning, also. How are you?
I'm good. Good morning, sports lovers. Good morning, Godwin. It's an interesting day. Last night was very fantastic because of the results we got, but still disappointed.
Good morning, John.
Good morning and good morning, football maniacs out there. The Norwegian Giant with another goal yet again. The scoring streak continues.
Okay, remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. You can go there, drop your comments. We'll be reading your comments live here in the studio. Okay, before we talk about transfer news, because I know that's what everybody's waiting for, the transfer that happen everywhere.
And who is making which move?
Yes,
whether it's correct move or rumored move, who is making the move?
That one at the second discussion, but the main one
who they don't sign.
People when they make move at all.
At all. Then the third one. Who is not looking for anybody in the market? We will talk about all of them today.
Okay, first the World Cup qualifier in Europe and in UEFA yesterday. And the major one is that Estonia lost against Norway. Norway has been winning games. They have won, I think they have played 4 and won 4 in that group. Good result for Norway. Italy sacked their coach and they won yesterday. Moldova, even though there is Moldova, it was 2 goals to 0 for Italy. Croatia beat Czech 5 goals to 1. Belgium beat Wales 4 goals to 3. And Kazakhstan lost away at home to North Macedonia in the games that happened yesterday. For today's fixtures in the UEFA World Cup qualification, San Marino will play Austria, Romania will play Cyprus, Netherlands will play Malta. They will trash Malta, obviously. Finland will play Poland. Remember, Lewandowski said that he's not going to play under this coach until he leaves. I don't know why he made that decision, but they're having problems with the coach and player. But he needs to play somehow, because if not, you are not going to play World Cup next season and you are almost at 8 years.
If the man qualified for World Cup,
if he qualified, yeah. But let's see. So Finland will play Poland, Serbia will play Andorra, and Latvia will play Albania in UEFA World Cup qualifications. In the friendly games that will happen today, they have friendly games happening everywhere, and the one that happened yesterday, I'll give you the main result. That the friendly game, international friendly games that happened yesterday, and Cameroon and Equatorial Guinea played the 1-1 draw. Morocco beat Benin 1 goal to 0. But for today's feature in the friendly games, an interesting game, because England are playing in a friendly game against our African brothers. That's what I want to talk about a little bit before we move on to transfer. England will play Senegal in today's friendly game. It was going to be a good showing for a good competition, or not competition, but a good game for Senegal. If you play bigger teams, you improve. It's like a boxer. When you punch above your weight, it looks likely that you're going to be improved as a team. So England will play Senegal in today's friendly game. Okay, let's talk about that game, because that's the only practically the only big game that will happen in the friendly game today. England will play Senegal. Senegal is our brothers. They are our neighbors. Everybody likes England because one of your players will be playing for English nationality. So we are in-laws. We are in-laws. We are in-laws
By faith.
We are in-laws. Yes. So, but Senegal, if you look at that game, Tuchel came into England and he has been trying to manage the squad. Some players played in the last game, and probably he's going to reshuffle and give probably some of the young stars time to play this one. But Senegal is going to be a good showing for them. But in this particular game, do you think that what do you think will happen in that game generally?
I don't think it's going to be a walkover, because Senegal, let's not forget that Senegal is a seasoned contender on the African continent. They've gone far and wide in the way they play their game. In international tournaments, they're a credible competitor, and they are going to be relishing the opportunity to, jam lock horns with England. Now, England right now are not fielding all their best stars. They are still in that. I think Tuchel is taking his time to select the players he's calling up. a couple of those selections have been controversial because how do you leave out the big names out? How do you leave out this guy, that guy? I don't want to call names now, no, so he's going to call name when it's time.
Call name. Call name. If the person
So-
supposed to deal, tell you say the
so-
person supposed to deal.
But how do you leave out these names and you're calling these other guys? And of course, he's also looking at how can he shape this team into the team that bears his identity, because at the end of the day, when you leave England national team, you should be able to look back at that generation of players within that period you played, how they played, all those philosophies. That's what you look back on. And for now, even in the last game, I was telling them that they shouldn't celebrate because they didn't do so well on the pitch. And you see him trying to manage expectations. But the question is going to be, what team is he fielding today? If he fields amateur, 21 or whoever, young stars, it could be a very bad game for him because
Amateur go
win.
Amateur go win.
Senegal will win England though.
Leave that thing. Amateur for England go win because these guys are ballers. They are a group that you say, oh, who am I going to feed if I remove this person? If you remove this person, one person will be there. If you remove Jude, Palmer will play. If you remove Palmer, Foden will play. If you remove Foden, Gibbs White will play. If you go front, you remove Harry Kane, Sri Lanka will. How? Oh, they cannot remove you. They cannot remove you. But all the same, there is no player you take away from the English side that does not have a replacement, except for that left back position. Outside Luke Shaw, I cannot hit my hand on my chest and say this is another left back, except for this guy they brought in, I think the last time, Luis Kelly, the Arsenal left back. Outside Luis Kelly now that is trying to say, okay, let me own that left back position. This is midfield joke. Because you look at Luis Kelly, he's an inverting fullback, and for him to be an inverting fullback, it means for you to be inverting very well, it means they converted you from that role you're inverting to. Look at Zinchenko. People say Zinchenko is not good at left back, but whenever he has the ball, he's always going to midfield because now from midfield they convert and go defense. Luis Kelly the same thing.
Same thing for Bale too.
Now Bale is attack, so he can run the whole length of that side 90 minutes, and he's not getting there because he was a fullback. Now he goes and joins the offensive and he comes back to defend as well. Now his own is he doesn't invert, but for inverting players, it means they've been converted from one place, or perhaps the coach just wants to introduce them in a certain way. And for England, in that left back position, outside Luke Shaw, if Luke Shaw is fully fit, definitely Luis Kelly is not starting. And you get that's the bias about the English side that we are all looking at. And this guy is good, he's too good, but he's not good enough because availability is the only ability we want to see in football, and these guys are always available. Now, outside that left back, the center half is jam-packed, is choked, is full, because whenever you take out anybody, you have somebody to replace them. You have a McGay, you have a Harry Maguire, you have many other people. I just mentioned two that we know that those two are not even quality to start.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like you are talking about the guys that are there and the big guys that are there. The bottom line is, if those big guys are out of this game and you have young boys who still have the spirit of Gen Z in them, especially you talk about
there is no way you make a selection in a team for the English side and you don't have one leader in one position.
Oh wow, okay.
You get now we're talking about leadership. It's not about wearing captain band. Reece James is a leader. Forget the age. Jude Bellingham, Declan Rice, these are leaders. Just minus their age, they are not up to the age of Harry Kane, they are not up to the age of Harry Maguire, they are not up to the age of Henderson. But in their rights, they are leaders. Even the second goalkeeper, the Crystal Palace goalkeeper, Dean Anderson, he's a leader. If you look at the way he's composed, the way he talks to the players around him, the way he organizes his defense, the way he talks, he's a leader on his own. Okay. So we talk about the English side all day. We'll come back to look at the Senegalese side. You have a problem in, I don't know how to say it now. We always see them play players from the Premier League, the players from
Bundesliga,
the player from Bundesliga up front and in defense. The midfield, how far? Because it's still the same African mentality of football.
okay.
Long ball to the front, chest it and play on from there.
I disagree with
the
you on
midfield
that.
Is now missing.
I disagree with you on that. Look at their last 3 games.
The last 3 games.
Go and look at their last 3
when
games.
They meet important people, you go know.
Okay, that game is going to happen 7:45. England will play Senegal in that friendly game. Let's get a position for that game. England, who wins?
Draw.
Our in-laws now.
So you're supposed your in-law against your neighbor. Okay.
In-law all
You
day.
know have peace for your house.
Okay, that's all for international football. For some of the games that will happen in South America, qualification for today and early morning tomorrow, Bolivia will play Chile by 9 p.m. today. By 12 a.m. in the morning and 1 p.m. Uruguay will play Venezuela. Argentina will play Colombia. Brazil for the second game in Ancelotti will coach Brazil in second game tomorrow or early morning of today. They're going to host Paraguay in that particular encounter. Then Peru will play Ecuador in the other game that will happen in South America World Cup qualification. Going interest is going to be at Ancelotti. Remember, Ancelotti is the coach of Brazil national team. So let's see if he's going to qualify them for the World Cup and somehow win the World Cup for them. It's going to be hard though, but it's very, very, very possible. Okay, let's talk about transfers. I know that's what you're waiting for. Transfers. First, we'll start with Chelsea. Chelsea are making moves in this market. First, they want to buy a goalkeeper. They have agreed to buy a goalkeeper from AC Milan. They have already signed Mamadou Sarr from Strasbourg for 8 years contract. That one has been completed. They are looking to buy a Borussia Dortmund winger. Gittens, Jamie Gittens from Borussia Dortmund. They are trying to buy Mike from AC Milan, that AC Milan goalkeeper. Chelsea are making moves, and I like the moves they are making. But the question is, how many goalkeepers Chelsea wants?
I think there's a goalkeeper.
Even though that we'll talk about it later, Kepa and some of the goalkeeper is leaving. But how many goalkeepers? Remember they bought a goalkeeper, from a young goalkeeper from Belgium,
and loaned him back.
Now they are looking for another goalkeeper. So what do you make of this transfer first for Mike? Mike, is a French name.
Yes, Mike Magnon.
Magnon or Magnus.
Mayonnaise.
Something just like something. The other is a French name.
He can sue you for libel.
Okay. Mike Magnon. Mike Magnon is actually a French name. That's the AC Milan goalkeeper. But Chelsea are looking to sign him to come to Stamford Bridge. What do you make of that transfer for Chelsea first?
For me, I think that it's called misplacement of priorities. Let me start from there. Misplacement of priorities. Like, you have a lot of places within the team that need that money, that funding. Okay, I'm going to do it in another way now. You know how in some certain circles they always invest more money in sound than in media. This is what's happening here, because at this point in time you have 5 goalkeepers, if not 6.
They don't have any goalkeeper again.
I don't understand. What Sanchez?
Sanchez half.
Jorgensen.
3/4.
Petrovic.
3/4. Petrovic is on loan. 3/4 half. 3/4 half. Now
Let's not forget that all these loanees are coming back.
Quarter half. Now
Kepa is going to come back, even though he's going
Kepa
to
is there.
Then
now look at this.
They bought from Belgium.
Thank you.
There's a goalkeeper there's a goalkeeper they want to sell to Man City.
That one is third. That one no day.
Now Man City won't buy the guy as third choice.
Yes, that one no even.
If Man City won't buy that kind of guy, very good like that as third choice.
He's no good. That guy is
and
just.
Chelsea gets Sanchez. See, I don't have a problem with them buying a goalkeeper. You get me? I don't have a problem with them buying a goalkeeper because Mike is good.
That means Sanchez is just trash.
But you now look at this record of the just ended season. This season was just finished now. Sanchez will pass the guy. If you check the head-to-head record, Mike and Sanchez, like you put them head-to-head and their record according to stats, because since I thought sometimes stats they like, because you look at AC Milan this season, they were off form. Okay, AC Milan this season was off form. So who will bear the brunt of all of it? Now the goalkeeper, because now he concede more goals. Now the what's the column? When you come outside, charge for the ball, you come out and clearance. What's it called? Box 18 clearance. Clearances, Sanchez has more. I think most of the stats you look at for goalkeepers, Sanchez has more. Saves, Sanchez gets more. You get? Sanchez has played at least, let's say, Sanchez played 32 games, while this guy played 37 games. Or should I switch it now? I don't know. Sanchez played 32, while this guy played 37 league games. And yet, Sanchez has more critical saves, more clearances, more everything than this guy. So, since you look at the last season's record, I say Sanchez is better than this guy. Why bring this guy into the fold?
The question
If
about,
not to unbalance the dressing
I
room.
don't even understand why Chelsea are buying goalkeepers. If they
Thank
have
you.
a whole lot of goalkeepers, even Jorgensen, they are not even giving a full chance. At least give me 1 full year.
That's the
And
problem.
say that okay, if you give 1 full
Godwin,
year,
it's
and
called
say,
it's called shiny object
I
syndrome.
don't understand.
That's
Even though
what's wrong with Chelsea.
truthfully, Mike is a good goalkeeper. He has been good for a very, very long time.
Mhm.
But come on, you have about 5 goalkeepers in your team. Can't you just pick one of them and make it
they are
your
looking. They are looking to offload now. They're looking to offload. That's what I believe. They're looking to offload because if you look at Chelsea fans all through last season, they were campaigning for sell off Sanchez, bench Jorgensen for life, and maybe the other goalkeeper, and maybe bring in a Kepa, but after some time loan him out again. And that is, if you keep loaning him out, it doesn't really make sense because you're paying 50% of the fee.
Kepa is going to leave.
So that's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is you loan him out again, he's paying 50% of the fee.
Look at, I just pulled up the stats now so that we can at least have a fair conversation, balanced by stats, okay? And looking at the numbers, I don't know why Chelsea are looking for another. I keep saying it on this show. Just because somebody is 3% better than what you have doesn't mean you go and splash that money and buy. It's what you call opportunity cost or time value of money. This guy has played 32 games, conceded 34, and got 10 clean sheets. Talking about Sanchez. Talking about Sanchez, 10 clean sheets. On the other hand, this guy has played 5 more games, 37. Conceded 41. And just got 13 clean sheets. So, bro, if I'm looking at this thing now,
13 clean sheets, I say better person. If not, if he goes where he concede,
I'm not saying that he's better than Sanchez.
He concede more goals.
I'm not saying that Maignan is better than Sanchez. All I'm saying is this guy is not a life-changing upgrade on what I have. Why am I spending this money?
Okay, Chelsea.
Especially when in 1 season or 2 now you go to the market again. Is this shiny object syndrome that is doing Chelsea?
Chelsea is trying to buy Mike from AC Milan. They are trying to fast track the transfer so that you go to join them in the Club World Cup. Everybody, there is a window that you can buy a player and negotiate with the club, and they can play.
I think his thing is
the thing is he has 1 year on his contract. And Chelsea can either get him for this 12 or 18 million now, or get him free next.
They want him now.
They submitted a 50 million pounds bid, and this Milan said no, it's not enough. That if you're going to get him for 25 million plus bonuses. And we're still asking, and the Chelsea fans are like, AC Milan is ungrateful. Why would they want to sign him? Why would they want to sell him for us for huge fee when we've given them players over the years? We've given them the likes of.
Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with that transfer. If Mike is going to move from AC Milan to Chelsea, but Chelsea are looking to bring in another player they want to buy is a winger, getting from Borussia Dortmund. I don't know why they are buying wingers for Chelsea. Why I'm talking about these transfers because they have a whole lot of wingers. They have Neto, Madueke, the guy that Modric.
Yes.
You don't even know where Modric is.
3 years ban already. He has not appealed. He has not appealed his case. So
the whole saga have not really been concluded.
Yes.
So he's still a Chelsea player.
Yes.
You have a whole lot of wingers. Gustavo who's going to come. He can play from the wing.
Yes.
So they have a whole lot of wingers, and they are trying to buy this guy again. Get him. I don't understand why Chelsea is buying this thing, but I think they are trying to just buy players. If they see any player they like, buy. That's for market them. They just buy players.
People say, "Man, you the scouts."
You know the thing. This strategy they are using is counterproductive because at the end of the day, the players they are buying are human beings. If they are not getting game time, even if you give them 8 or 9 year contracts, they will leave, whether you like it or not. And the fact you are buying them and getting them now doesn't mean you are going to make the 10x returns you are expecting to get on them. I was shouting it last season. Chelsea had a left back issue 2 seasons ago. This guy came in from Dortmund. They sold him off. Ian Martin. They sold him off. Now you are looking for Gittens. Martin can still play in that wing because he played there for Dortmund. Now you are looking for Gittens. Gittens you are looking for. Of course, they have to offload Sancho before they are not going for these Gittens now. And in that position, Gittens is there. A lot of other players are also there. If you put these guys together, none of them is better than the other.
Okay, but that's the problem. It's not. I can't even
It's
say
not
that
an
one.
upgrade.
I can't say that one is an upgrade. You understand? If you are buying a
Bro,
player that's
bro,
obviously that's an
bro,
upgrade to
for the
make.
performance on
Oh,
ground now,
okay.
for the performance from last season, because now last season record they use check. From performance and stats of last season, Gittens now times 10
I disagree
of
with
Sancho.
you, man.
Okay.
Times 10.
I disagree
Now
with
it's
you.
not yet to be seen. Wait, it's not yet to be
You can,
seen
excuse
if he
me.
comes to the Premier League and perform,
You
or if he
can
comes to the
have.
Premier League
This
and
is
underperform.
this is what we are talking about, the Delap story now. Delap scored 16 for Ipswich. They are hyping him up and all of that, but Delap also enjoyed 90% of the service from Ipswich in that last season for him to score that goal. Coming over to Chelsea now, you are not going to get 100% of service.
Number one, you're not going to be a starter. Number two,
You are not a starter. Thank
that's
you.
the problem.
You'll be a starter.
Well,
You're not a starter. Gittens now. You're coming into Chelsea now. Everybody is not playing for you. You have to fight for your own spot. At the end of the day now, your 18 or whatever goal or whatever indices they saw and wanted to bring you will drop down to the same average player that you have in Chelsea.
That's what it calls change of culture. You will come and you will improve.
Wasted money.
He's young, he's young, he's fast, and he's very,
now
very
direct. Now
direct.
he's deceiving now. He's young, he's fast, blah blah blah. How far? How much?
Now people want to deceive now.
Chelsea wants to buy him from Borussia Dortmund. Let's see if that deal will go through. Finally, the only deal that will go through is Mamadou Sarr from Strasbourg. I have not seen him play. Let me be frank. I don't even know who he is. I just saw the news that Chelsea just bought him for 8 years contract. I don't know which winger. I think he plays from the central midfielder. But Chelsea are buying players and giving them 8-year contract. Obviously, after the World Cup, probably this guy they will loan him back to Strasbourg because there's no way that he's going to play for Chelsea. But Chelsea are making moves in this transfer. Finally, for Chelsea, Palmer will have that number 10 shirt next season. That means they took it from Modric and they gave it to Palmer. So Palmer will wear number 10 for Chelsea next season.
Which means Modric will have to find his way.
Modric will either they finish his own matter or
they terminate
his contract because of he has a case. He used a drug that he was supposed to use and they fined him. And he has been out of Chelsea squad since December last season. He has been. He
still got a winner's medal.
Yeah, so. he's still out for Chelsea. But let's see how that whole matter will end with him. Modric is still out for Chelsea. But for Chelsea, they want to buy a goalkeeper. They have a midfielder and a winger in that team for next season. Okay, let's move over to Manchester City. City are making moves. They are not even making silent moves. They are making heavy moves.
Straight up.
Heavy moves. They have concluded the signing of Antonuri. Is a left back from Wolves for 5 years contract. They are talking to Livramento from Newcastle. That talk has been ongoing. Newcastle don't want to release him, but
that talk has been ongoing before the Checky and the Antonuri case. It's still ongoing. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, well, let's see. They are still making that deal. Livramento from Newcastle to Man City. They are trying to get that deal over, but Newcastle are giving them strong. They don't want to lose him. They like him to stay in the club, but Pep wants him. But let's see if he's going to move. The other two midfielder that City is going to buy is Checky and Tijani. Tijani from AC Milan and Checky from Lyon. If you look at this move that City are moving, I don't think. In fact, first, what is Pep cooking first? Because this time,
he's cooking relegation.
Last season
Pep is cooking.
Wait, last season is Maresca that is cooking, but this one is Pep is cooking. The way he finished this league, I think he hurts him too much. Now he's buying everybody.
On a bad season, we finished third. I can't complain. But then what Pep is cooking is called Return of the Mac. It is Return of
that man is
Revenge.
He's
Now they come for
buying
revenge.
Buying Checky. Remember, he spent almost 200 million in January.
Money day to spend. That's the most important thing. But we are not buying players that are not needed. For example, you look at that City defense. I always said it right from day one when we signed Vadio, that Vadio is a CB. We need a left fullback.
Yes,
we need a right fullback. We've got Nuri. We are looking to get Livramento. I'm also eyeing Kai Walker-Peters, but Baba is not looking in that direction. But I'm looking to photocopy Kai Walker and photocopy what we had in that left fullback position. Those positions are necessary. Now, the person we are trying to replace is KDB. Yeah. I would have said a direct like-for-like swap was Florian Wirtz. But by the time they called the money they called for him, and then his expected wage above what KDB is currently on, we have to say let's agree to disagree to look for somebody else. So now, according to the
I
principle,
be the guy reject to now say na only Liverpool
according to
want.
the principle, he go talk that one
Yeah.
after he has already been offered by. He was in City, was in the training ground. They've taken him around.
They
They've
talk to am
offered
na, he
him
say
a
he no want.
contract. You understand me?
Mhm.
And the outlay is more than what we are looking to spend, and we say no. Now the thing is, according to the principle of Moneyball, we do not need to buy one player to replace KDB. We can get two players that will do 50% of what KDB is doing.
So check it
And
and
yes, that's the idea. So my worry now
go
is
play
that
12 players.
my
Don't
worry,
say me 11 you go
excuse
play.
me, my worry now is that we need to get a better DM, because me, Nunes, I don't trust him, and I don't want to see Bernardo playing in that DM position.
Gonzalez
I don't want
Nko.
to see this other what's his
Nicolo
name?
Gonzalez.
Gonzalez, why not? Gonzalez, Nico, Junior Rodri, and Senior Rodri playing together in that back. It's fantastic.
So,
if you ask
okay,
me.
only you know. According to your lineup, Man City don't fit 15 players.
All of them will have to substitute.
No,
Normally now, that's where
But
you
if you
should
look at
go.
if you look at these deals for City, truthfully, I think Pep is cooking.
They go rob us.
Rob you where?
They go rob us. Now, how long I don't dey eye that checky guy? I don't dey eye that guy since.
Don't bring West Ham to this topic.
No. You see, that's another thing. They talk about important things. Now they talk about West Ham. Yes, I don't dey eye am for West Ham, but I get other clubs that I scout for. I get Enugu Rangers, I get Inter Milan, I get Juventus, and I get big teams that they scout for.
What
So
do you make of this Pep's move?
now this Pep move, they don't rob us. They don't sign. They want sign checky, no problem. On to the next one. But I feel like if you're going to get a player that can replace KDB, you need to get somebody that can hustle for the ball. You get, as in when the midfield is not creating or when the midfield is not doing much with handling the ball, you can come, because now we are gone past the age of one person, because other teams go want pressure you. Now you've gone past the age of one person or two people trying to build while the other person is sending long balls in. KDB can come in and help build as well in midfield. Now in the likes of Tijani, he can hold. He's like the Luka Modric we don't talk about. In tight spaces, he can escape with the ball in his feet. That's Tijani, and he has the eye for a pass. So for me, he's a like replacement for KDB. You get, but for the person that will be running to the flanks, in case if the flank is not supplying or crossing in the balls mostly, you see him run around to the front. You see KDB most times run to the right to help cross the ball in. Now, for the person to do that work is Czech, because Tijani does not have that pace like the Czechies and the rest of the Premier League teams. You see him, he's very soft kind of, I think Toba kind of player, but with the Luka Modric touch, which is sleek and all of that, but he's very physical on the ball. So he doesn't have that much pace to ball like that. So he's always trying to make the ball move around more often and pass the ball into the final third. Now, this is a player you also need. But I feel like you only need one of these players because you already have more on the bench. If you're talking about the players you're getting in, where is Echeverri? All the players, you see,
Echeverri is still a young lad.
Based on injuries, let me Pep play some academic graduate. Now the first time we go see Pep play academic graduate with this.
It's not the first time.
Now,
Foden was an academic graduate.
He don't play academic.
Other academic graduates.
One in 5 years. Now we can't come now. You see him play. I said more academic graduates in one season because you're seeing him play at least 5 of them last season.
I'm even interested. Like Foden, I think Foden has to be forced to play from the wings throughout next season because
now
that midfield choke. Now they have Nico Gonzalez is there. Rodri is back. Dan Cheki is there. Even Cheki can play from the right. From the right wing.
Yeah.
They have Tijani. So they have a whole lot of midfield. I think Pep had a disastrous
even when we talk about wingers, let me be honest with you. I'm not really totally satisfied with the wingers we had. We went from Sterling and Sane to, you understand me? And me, I'm still looking if there is
I say why even call better name. You say Sterling and Sane.
Yes,
you don't even call Sane and Mahrez.
Sterling Sane on that wing is the best wing attacking combination we've had at City as a citizen. That first season when those two guys were there together, oh my goodness.
So we take on the Mahrez and Grealish. Okay, you know call Grealish name.
No, Mahrez came in and joined the chorus because when Sané left, moved Sterling to the other side and put Mahrez Phenomenal.
Okay, let's see.
But Grealish no dey.
Grealish, have
Grealish should have been played as a 10. I always said, even when we signed him,
okay, Grealish.
as a 10, but KDB is available. You can't bench KDB to play Grealish.
Okay,
And
Grealish.
playing him down the wings is not good.
Grealish will leave leave City this transfer in this particular season. Obviously, he's not going to stay at City because all these players they are buying, they already signed Nuri from Wolves for in a 5 years contract. They are already agreed to buy
That's £1
Cheki
million.
and Tijani has probably done his medical. All of them will be announced this week. The only transfer that is still somehow 50-50 is Livramento from Newcastle. Pep wants him, but Newcastle is trying to hold on him. Remember, City bought a whole lot of players in January.
We also need a goalkeeper.
If
they should go and get me Diogo Costa.
Let's see if they are going to get a goalkeeper. That means they are going to have to leave first, or at least agree to leave first before they shop for another goalkeeper. Remember that in January, City bought Nico Gonzalez for £50 million.
Yes.
They bought Mamouche. They bought a whole lot of players. They are now trying to buy more players. Pep is cooking something next season. He wants to fight for everything. He lost the Champions League. He went out in Champions League early in the Champions League, lost the FA Cup finals. Did not even challenge for the Premier League at all for the first time in about 6 years. So he's angry and he's cooking. So let's see. The
message is be sober and be vigilant.
Let's see what he's
because
going to cook
Pep is coming.
Let's see what he's going to cook. He might buy all this player, it might not work. But let's see.
He go cook relegation.
Pep is coming. Be sober, Man U, Chelsea, Liverpool. Be sober and be vigilant.
He go cook relegation.
Let's see if all these players work out for him.
Let's
see. Inspired all these players. Let's see if it's going to work out next season. For Arsenal is going to sign Kepa from Chelsea for £5 million. Obviously, they are buying him for that number 2 because backup goalkeeper, because the Arsenal backup goalkeeper is going to leave after his loan expired in this summer. So they are going to buy Kepa from Chelsea for £5 million. Good deal for Arsenal, yes or no?
No.
Yes or no? For second keeper or no before first?
Second keeper, yes. Why can't they get Keller? What do we mean?
Do I have to say waiting in my mind?
Say something.
Waiting do market.
Buy the experienced 30-year-old goalkeeper.
Now only West London. Wait, calm down.
Premier League
now only West.
Yes.
Now only and La Liga experience too. Because he went to Real Madrid and he did
for Bournemouth and he played as a number 1 and he did well.
See, I beg no best. Waiting do the other side of the market. Now only for that West London market day. Because look at Arteta since he took over Arsenal. He's been whenever he goes for a shopping spree, he wants a very important player. If they go London, the other team for London go pick player.
Yeah, he's been buying from
Kai Havertz, Chelsea, Jorginho, and all these players no quality enough to start normally. Now even they learn the lesson. Even the recent addition, Sterling, he no play at all. So as the market big rich, because now you say okay, since he's looking for Gyökeres and Sesko and those ones are not coming now, let me go and try for striker and he will go for the Nkunku.
What I'm saying is that
why will he always go to London?
Why are you wishing Arsenal down for?
No, I'm not wishing them down for. But now
why are you wishing them Nkunku?
No, now wait see.
No, this is wickedness.
No, now where compass the points go, I drag matter go because compass the points go. The last 5 years,
he's not going to buy Nkunku. Let's leave that one.
No, but I said maybe. What if
you're not going to buy Nkunku?
The last 5 years. You've been going to the market to get players, and at the end of the day, you get one from Chelsea. Why are you going to Chelsea to get players?
Arsenal need a second goalkeeper.
Go to the other places in the world. There are other goalkeepers that are better in the world.
Keller was available for
Johan Garcia.
The problem they need a second keeper.
18 million.
Johan Garcia can be a second keeper. Since you want to buy Spanish,
can be a second goalkeeper too.
Since you want to be,
18 million. What are we talking about?
Keller is leaving Liverpool because he needs first team football.
It's expensive. You cannot buy a second goalkeeper for 18
million.
Bro,
you are chasing multiple titles on multiple fronts.
You know that.
Do you know that even this keeper now, where would they say they won't buy like 5 million? Do you know that it can be a liability? Because me, I know if he's taking
play and shot from 30 years out.
Well, for
MIA.
me, for me, it's better than the second Neto that left.
Nobody is saying it's not better than Neto, but we need an upgrade.
No. Did you see Neto's previous season before he joined Arsenal? Started to stay on the bench.
I don't know to even trust him.
At least go and bring Ramsdale back.
I think probably Kepa decided to reduce his wages and play at number 2.
Keller.
Godwin, look at it now. Arsenal are playing the Champions League,
Thank
the
you.
FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, the Premier League.
Thank you.
Now, let's say you split the Premier League 30%, or sorry, 30-70. You get that's why what's it called? Sanchez played 32 games. There were 38 games in the Premier League, and Sanchez played 32. Jorgensen played the remaining 8. Now you split it anyhow. You want to either 15 to 85 or 30 to 70. This person plays 30% of the Premier League games and the FA Cup games or the cup runs. Why this first choice goalkeeper plays the remaining 70% of the Premier League games and the Champions League games. You split it that way. Nobody will be.
Are those people saying that keeper is not even worthy to be a second goalkeeper?
I'm
I'm
not
saying it's
saying-
not good enough.
I'm saying, see, what I'm saying is, if you look at the downward trend in his career path, now you will know that he's not good enough to be in Arsenal's bench. In short, in Arsenal's reserves.
Well, I think
I would have gone for a younger goalkeeper and a better
I think,
quality.
Well,
Let's see, there are goalkeepers. Since Arteta wants to
Lunin is
Arteta wants to
available.
turn Arsenal to Spain national team, just like what Nuno did at Portugal. Go for a goalkeeper in Spain or a goalkeeper in the French Ligue 1.
well,
That will be easily integrated into the team. There's a Joan Garcia that has been available in the market for.
Joan Garcia was signed for Barcelona. They have agreed to sign for Barcelona, so it's not.
If you had gone for him earlier, tell me say go in go
I
look
think-
back.
I think
Barcelona now will take at least 3 months to
I
register.
think the problem.
You come to Arsenal, you start playing
The
immediately.
problem, that's the problem. Joan Garcia will not come and sit on the last season. He might.
Even in back away they go.
Back away they go na bench in
That's
they go
what
sit
I'm
down.
saying.
Third
What
bench
are we
because
saying
that's
now?
taking. They never know whether that's saying they come out. That's
Yes.
yes. Still there.
Chesney still
Chesney
there.
still there.
I think
The other guy will be third goalkeeper to.
Is
He's still
there.
there. So they go fight for place.
I think the problem. I think the whole thing about this keeper matter to Arsenal is because Arsenal is buying him for cheap.
See,
I
I would
disagree
prefer.
with you. I disagree
For me as a
with you,
goalkeeper,
Godwin.
I'll prefer to go and play as a second goalkeeper in a club that I know needs a second goalkeeper and compete for my first place spot than to go to a club that has 3 already. I'll now start competing with the 3 to know if I will be number 3 or number 4.
Well,
Because
I think
definitely
the
Garcia
only
cannot come
reason-
in and be number 2.
The only reason why Arteta is going for Kepa is because he has had that conversation and he has agreed to be 2. Why Raya
Yes,
is number 1.
that's exactly that. He has agreed.
So
to
he's
be-
not coming to come
fight.
and fight for
That's the
that
point.
position.
That's
Why
the
I
point.
have agreed to be 2 is because I need a club to run away from Chelsea. I can still come in and fight.
No, you have to still fight, but it doesn't mean that they will tell you initially. Some of these people you are mentioning.
Godwin, do you
want to be
remember?
number
Do you
one.
remember the year that what's his name now? Was it Shea Given or who now sat on the Newcastle bench for the better part of 18 months and didn't play one game? Didn't play because of Tim Krul. When Tim Krul got that injury and they brought him, he considered a go from the halfway line. This is what I'm saying. Arsenal do not need a goalkeeper that will come and sit on that bench. You need a goalkeeper that will take Carabao Cup, FA Cup out
And
of
30%
Well,
and
well,
30%
Out
of
of Raya.
the Premier League games.
If you don't win Premier
they
League
say,
now, 5 games remain. You give them those 5 games. That's what me
not
I'm
even that one
saying.
safe. You have a game on Saturday and you're playing on Wednesday night.
the point
Definitely,
is
you're
that
playing Champions League on Wednesday night and you have a Premier League on
You
Sunday.
give the guy that
First
game.
team goalkeeper will play on Wednesday night.
Give
Saturday,
am that one.
we know that this thing does not work.
Mm,
Raya
you
will
see?
play Premier League and Champions League permanently, except
like I said, 70% of the Premier League
See,
games
the how it
and
works.
30%.
See how it works.
You-
See how it works.
I'm telling you how it has worked in other
Yeah,
clubs.
other
Even I
clubs.
want to use West Ham as an example.
Leave
Say,
West Ham
I don't
alone.
want to
Let's
go.
leave West
See,
Ham
I don't want to go far back.
Let's go to big clubs that have coached. If Van der Sar is available, Van der Sar plays Premier League and Champions League. No question about it.
Now,
If
like,
Peter
yes.
Cech is available, he plays Premier. That's how big teams play. If Courtois is available,
That's the
he
same thing.
plays.
That's
If you
what
have two
Godwin.
keepers.
Godwin.
Like if you have like Chelsea that
Godwin.
have 2 keepers that are just the same, you can
Godwin.
be switching that.
Godwin. That's
Arsenal
what I-
had this
that's
guy
it.
when Emiliano Martinez
Martinez
was there and
and
Leno. They were both fluidly moving around both.
Because
That
they
is
know
because
what's
both of them
injured.
are best of the same feather and the same mama born them, and they were not good enough. Now I'm telling you, when
Oh, wow.
when as in then
Oh wow.
for the because for Arsenal to let them go, they're not good enough.
Oh,
For the
wow.
standard of what you want to keep, I'm saying 30%, you will still play him in the Premier League games. But we know the Champions League game, your first choice goalkeeper will always start Champions League football because that's where the main event is. Then Premier League is other second main event. Now he's playing Premier League games, he's playing Champions League games, but you reserve 30% of the Premier League games
Well,
30% is not too much. If you calculate how many games they have.
based on the way Kepa did for Dortmund, I think he can handle whatever 10-5 games in the Premier League and the Carabao Cup for Arsenal. But let's see what happens.
My
But
own na go when
going
concede.
Kepa is going to move to Arsenal maybe for £5 million. That deal is going to be concluded maybe this week or next week. Another striker that are going to go for is Sesko. That deal is advancing. Obviously, Arteta has won that battle. Gyökeres might not come to Arsenal. Sesko will come. He likes Sesko because Sesko can play from the wings, can play from the spine. But let's see what happens with Sesko. Sesko is going to move to Arsenal this summer. For talking about Gyökeres might still go to Arsenal, but we told you it's in one of our podcasts. We told you that it was between Gyökeres and Sesko for Arsenal, but it's looking like Arteta is favoring Sesko over Gyökeres. Let's see if that deal is going
just pick that guy.
let's see if that deal is going to go through. Okay, let's talk about Manchester United, because Manchester United are on the news again. They are actually talking. They are not talking to Gyökeres already, but they are the rumors that they are making silent moves for Gyökeres. Silent moves. They are not officially come out to say we want Gyökeres, but they are doing this small silent move. I think Man U needs a striker, and if they can buy Gyökeres, good for them.
That means they are no longer going for Mbeumo.
They are going for
Mbeumo.
I think they said they submitted a bid for Mbeumo and it was rejected, and
they needed more
I
money.
think 40 million plus bonuses to make it 50, but Brentford said no, and now they are submitting 45 million plus bonuses and 10 million, so it may be 55 now or perhaps 60, I don't know, but Brentford are sticking their neck out for 60. Now back to the Gyökeres matter. They said Man United has not made any statements yet, but in an interview he granted, he said, I would want to play in the Premier League one of these days. His interview, I want to play in the Premier League one of these days. And they asked him, is it going to be Arsenal also? And he said, it depends, whoever comes for me. Because now I said I would want to play in the Premier League, but now I am still at Sporting and I'll continue to give my all in Sporting until a team comes for that. Now, this is a statement that, okay, fine, I've heard that Arsenal is not coming. Whoever wants to come, come. This summer or nothing. So because I cannot make a move in January when he's chasing the highest goal scorer. So it's either you're coming now or you leave it.
You think Gyökeres, John, think Gyökeres can be a big striker for Manchester United? Because Hoyland know they work at all.
You want to go the record? You know, I don't talk as a striker from Syria. I know they work for Premier League. Una question.
My forget.
Now, make a cut how they sweet. Name me one person we don't come from Sporting to Manchester. We don't do it.
Okay, I think they need a number 9 that can score goals. I think Gyökeres can fit into that.
Me, I don't really understand why Arteta is being pig-headed all over again. But I'm hoping that Guardiola will see the vision and sign Gyökeres for Man City.
Sign Gyökeres.
And sign Gyökeres for Man City.
He will sign Gyökeres and sell Haaland.
Yes.
You agree?
No.
Agree? No.
Sign Gyökeres
and sell Haaland.
And sell
Haaland.
Sell one person.
You sell one. You choose one.
Go back to our traditional formation.
You cannot
go back. Even if you go back to the traditional formation,
you have to get
Mamouche and one of them.
Gyökeres
will not sit down in the bench. Even if you go back to the natural formation, because one are workaholic, the other one are camping.
Okay.
What's it called? Camping Rock of Ages. Aguero and Balotelli, one we camp, one we move. So if it's going to be Haaland and Mamouche, or Gyökeres and Mamouche, Haaland out of the window.
Let's see what happens with Manchester United. They are trying to buy Gyökeres, players that are going to leave Manchester United. Obviously, they have released Eriksen already. Evans has left, and Lindelof, 3 players.
Bye.
Fantastic.
Now 11.
And Garnacho, remember Garnacho?
5 more to go.
They told Garnacho to leave final another club, so Garnacho is looking to go to maybe Germany or Italy. So Garnacho,
Rashford.
Garnacho will leave Manchester United this season. Rashford obviously is going to leave. Other
Sancho.
players we are going to leave, like Sancho is going to leave.
But Anthony.
What will happen with Manchester United? Or they are trying to sell a whole lot of players in the summer. Okay, let's take phone calls to get your own contribution about what all these things we are talking about. The number to call is 0706 048 5853. Call us and tell us your own contribution about the transfers we are talking about. Everybody is trying to buy players everywhere around Europe. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Hello,
good morning. Name and location, please.
Yeah, my name is Monday.
Yeah, what's your name?
My name is Monday, calling from Benue State.
Okay, Monday. Okay, shoot. What is your own contribution, Monday?
I this morning. Yes. because if you see what Guardiola are trying to do this season now,
Mm-hmm.
going for revenge.
Yes.
Yes. He's going for revenge. But yes, I'm a Messi fan. The way he played this season, this time I think even expect we will not even achieve any cup this season.
Mm.
So,
Please turn down your radio Monday.
yes. You see, getting another midfielder to replace the team. They put in signing players. Let them take players there because the team is a bad. It's a match teacher. Yes. The team is a match because the team cannot stay in one place. When she play ball, you see how you control ball. The team is not somebody that you go to ball, you push it and you play that.
Sporty TV YouTube promo 20 seconds.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, yes, Man City are going for revenge. I know that this next season, we are ready to play ball next season.
All right.
And coming for Man U want to play all the players.
Yes.
Yes, we want to play them and review that team again.
All right.
Review that team again. I think things will go better for them.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay. Let's see what happens with City. The City fans. Let's see if it's going to work out for them. Okay. Let's take more phone calls. Yeah. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Good morning. The man,
How are you?
Fine.
Fine.
How you did?
My bishop of the club.
Okay.
I do all right.
All right. What's your contribution?
Yeah. First of all, I think so the player signing at City is good for them.
Mm-hmm.
And also, they are not cost in the market. They are just buying them cheap players like 30 something.
Mm.
You see, that's why he's able to get them. But I think he signed 5 in January.
It's all about 4
He
years.
signed 3 starters. The remaining are player. He signed 5, yes. 3 starters because
Apart from Mamouche, I have not been seeing any of them.
Kushanov.
Even the defender he brought in from
Kushanov
and
played.
he signed from Puto.
Yes, that
Yeah,
one.
God.
3 of them.
3 of them have been
Yeah.
starting.
He signed from Wolves also.
Mm.
All these guys, I think Pep should just try. And we know that he doesn't play Peter team. He has nothing to do with them.
But he played them last season.
Because he has no choice.
Mm-hmm.
Injury one wounded
Yes,
team.
he has no choice. He that his main team is telling him. That's why he want to play them. But normally Pep will know his record. He has no business with them.
Mm-hmm.
You get? So I think he's trying to build another team. Because definitely I think some will leave. Some players should leave that team.
Mm.
If not that person, Grealish should be on his way out.
Normal.
Foden should be on his way out.
Yes.
Yeah.
That guy is starting from Wolves. Should also be his way out.
Yeah, Nunes.
I think he may miss
Yes.
Martin
Yes.
Nunes.
Supported.
As a left back.
Fullback.
He's playing as a fullback and he's a DM.
There's what Pep said for that guy last 2 weeks before the league end.
Mm.
Pep was not even sounding confident and really happy with him. So I think maybe when he's trying, he released John.
Mm.
But for me, that's what I think about that thing. For me, I think Spanish should also come to midfield and sign players. I
Okay.
don't know. We are no longer talking about Casemiro leaving.
No, he's not leaving. No, they had a meeting. He stays.
Casemiro.
He stays extra 2 years.
For me, I think he should be a part of the ones leaving.
No, now. Come on now.
Yes.
If
Okay.
I
see,
need a central midfielder.
okay.
Okay.
I'm telling you, that's what they need. Casemiro, with his experience, has done it during his own time. But at his age now, currently in the Premier League, I don't see him doing that.
I think he's there for.
He's very slow.
All right. All right. Thank you, Bishop.
I think he's there as a.
Menu is very slow. He can't take up the amount.
Okay.
But yes, I agree. Ogate should stay.
All right.
Get a stronger midfielder to partner Ogate.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Bishop,
Okay. Let's see.
this
Let's see
person
what
is staying
happens.
as a
Let's
team
see what
player.
happens with Manchester United. Everybody is trying to buy players. Let's take one phone calls before we move to our YouTube and read some of the comments there. Yeah. Hello. Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning. Please turn down the volume of your radio set.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. What is your contribution?
Yeah, please, I'm seeing this player have just done now.
Officially won, sir.
I thought they said they can't like there for Dortmund.
They are trying to turn down
They
the
never
volume of your-
announce them now. They never
They are
announce them.
still talking to Dortmund for the player.
Okay, that means all these players that now can play in the Club World Cup.
Yes, if they sign them on time, they will play in the World Cup. Yeah, after this week down, the whole
What
month
of
of
the Spain League?
who?
Brazilian. coming to Chelsea.
Okay, Osimhen for now. No, because he will talk about it tomorrow. He has rejected to go to Saudi Arabia, so he's going to wait for his own, probably a club to come for him later in the transfer window.
Okay. Even if I'm not the player in the world last season.
Bad Bele.
Last season player, I really love last season.
Okay.
The actual really
All right. Thank you very much. Okay. Let's see what happens with that. Okay, let's go to our YouTube channel. If you take this one more call, we'll go to our YouTube channel to read one comment or two comments there. Yeah, hello, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Name and location, please.
This is Chivike from Kabani Road.
Okay, what is your contribution? 1 minute, Chivike.
Okay, please. Number one, Man City. How many games does Man City have?
How many what? DMs. Like 2 now for now. Nico
Gonzalez and Rodri.
Rodri, yes.
Rodri was injured. They had to get into Gonzalez in January. Every other person is a CM.
I think Man City still needs at least a right wing. Because I don't think they have a suitable right wing.
Thank you.
Right winger, Savio and Doku. Sorry, Doku can play from the left, Savio from the right.
But originally, Doku plays from the left.
No.
Plays from the left.
See.
They don't have a suitable right winger.
Thank you.
Savinho.
Okay, continue.
Go on now. So Savinho either plays, at least I've watched the guy. He is better either from the left or from the center. From the center midfield.
Thank you.
I think they need a right back.
A proper winger, yes, on the right.
All right,
You are there.
Thank you very much.
You know, there, you know,
okay.
together.
Yeah.
How many players have a backer signed?
They have not signed any player.
Baka. Even the goalkeeper when I want to sign, I still this negotiator like say na the
Never
price
signed
paper for
any
market.
player.
The price
Alright,
paper.
Thank you very much. Okay, let's go to our YouTube. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Bolt FM Sports. And Ebubechi, welcome to the show. And Wisdom, welcome to the show. He's saying Chelsea don't have a natural left winger. That's why they want to buy Gittins.
Yeah.
Okay, Choose, welcome to the show. Chelsea keep making inferior signings. Their market strategy is very poor.
Correct.
They go going for expensive deals instead of younger and cheaper options like Lukman and Nico Williams. Okay, let's see what happens in this transfer. Tomorrow we'll talk about more transfers. Throughout this week is transfers every time we come on this show. We'll tell you what your clubs are doing in the transfer market. Tomorrow we'll come back again to talk about transfer. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Bolt FM Sports. Please go there. When you go there, please subscribe to our channel. Play some of our videos. We have a whole lot of videos. Even we are going to drop a video Chelsea transfer news on our channel today. Go there, watch, subscribe to our channel. Thank you for joining us on today's show. My name is Godwin. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.
Hello, Enugu, and welcome to Volt 104.3 FM, where music meets the voltage. Stick around and enjoy the show. Alex Iwobi gets the ball out to the left-hand side. The delivery comes in. Oh, it's a great
Entertainment.
These people are all very, very good.